the rest of the interview. This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
If you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcripts.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
That was amazing. Today we're watching Kash Patel annihilating all of these Democrats senators that want to tarnish his name. Let's go.
Did you say that the FBI headquarters should be shut down and reopened as a museum of the deep state?
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to go an extra time?
Let's see. You get a second round. Before I call on Senator Lee.
Could he just answer the question if he said that the FBI headquarters, where they investigate cybercrime and terrorism, should be shut down and opened as a deep state?
Hey, Mr. Chair.
As a museum. Did he say that the headquarters should be shut down?
Mr. Chair.
I deserve an answer to that question. He is asking to be head of the FBI, and he said that their headquarters should be shut down.
Mr. Chair, parliamentary inquiry.
You got anything you want to say, Mr. Patel, before I go on to Senator Lee?
Simply this. If the best attacks on me are going to be false accusations and grotesque mischaracterizations, the only thing this body is doing is defeating the credibility of the men and women at the FBI. I stood with them here in this country. In every theater of war we have, I was on the ground in service of this nation. And any accusations leveled against me that I would somehow put political bias before the Constitution are grotesquely unfair. And I will have you reminded that I have been endorsed by over 300,000 law enforcement officers to become the next director of the FBI. Let's ask them.
Mr. Chairman, I am quoting his own words from September of 2024. It is his own words. It is not some conspiracy. It is what Mr. Patel actually said himself. Facts matter.
You forget that you had 3 minutes in the next round to say what you just said.
Okay, I'll say them again.
Okay. Before I call Lee.
Mr. Chair, just parliamentary inquiry, and it was on time. It wasn't disputing any of the debate, but I intend to keep to my 7 minutes, and I appreciate you keeping everyone to it. If we go over, can we have that decrement against the time in the second round? If a member goes over, that was actually 10 minutes, Mr. Chair.
I'm not sure that I want to. Sometimes it's faster to get things done here, just letting people shout and than it does to shut them up.
Mr. Chairman, you're a wise man, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Before we go to Lee.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, what do you want?
I love this guy. Mr. Chairman, I'm unlike Senator Tillis. I mean, if we're going to start this, I want an extra 3 minutes.
Well,
now, my friend Senator Klobuchar went 3 minutes over.
So, here what you're saying is the chairman wasn't a very good chairman by not shutting her up. But I've gone through this before, and I think I know how to handle it and get
I think you're a star-spangled awesome chairman. I just want to say that for the record. But if you're going to let somebody over there go 3 minutes over, I want my extra 3 minutes.
Well, let's see if it's abused by anybody else before we make that decision.
I'm just telling you, I'm going to abuse it.
That was beautiful, honestly. I think Kash Patel handled it brilliantly, and you can tell that all these Democrat senators are trying to abuse their power in Congress to make sure that Kash Patel isn't nominated, and it is sad. Let's see what Senator Ole has to say about him.
Do you think it is appropriate for the FBI to be sending agents, including counterterrorism agents, to the parents of children who went to school board meetings and asked about critical race theory in their schools, asked about the school's masking policy during COVID? Should those parents be treated as domestic terrorists?
Parents who have the courage to ensure their children are taught what they feel is right, and those who have the courage of their convictions to go houses of worship, in my book, will never be domestic terrorists.
I'm delighted to hear you say that. You're familiar, I am sure, with this memorandum issued by the Attorney General, the last Attorney General, Merrick Garland, directing the FBI and other law enforcement agencies to look into parents who went to these school board meetings. And we know from whistleblowers who've come forward to this committee and given us the evidence that, in fact, the FBI opened multiple cases against multiple parents across the nation, I believe, including in my home state of Missouri, another gross abuse incredible political power brought to bear against everyday citizens. Why? Because they went to a school board meeting that they're paying for and asked about what their kids were being taught. Once again, I can't imagine, I couldn't have ever thought this would happen in the United States of America. Will you find out who was involved in this policy within the FBI, who agreed with it, who implemented it, who encouraged it? Will you find out that, Mr. Patel? Will you do an internal investigation? And will you make clear that those who supported this policy are appropriately disciplined? And will you make clear that the FBI will never do something like this again?
If confirmed and pursuant to your congressional request, absolutely, Senator.
Thank you.
I agree. I think it is inconceivable that something like this could happen in the United States of America. We need Kash Patel to be confirmed to restore the honor and the trust of the FBI in the eye of the American people.
Their questions, and it has led me to one thing. Why are the Democrats so afraid of you?
I don't know, Senator. You'd have to ask them.
Well, I tell you what I think, and listening to their questions and your responses, which we appreciate, they know that you're going to go in and you're going to clean up that political cabal that has been over there for years. You are going to reposition the FBI to its core mission. You stated that earlier in this hearing, and there will be no more political persecutions and no more 2 tiers of justice. And they have liked having 2 tiers of justice. They have enjoyed it, and it has helped them. They think in their political mission, they've enjoyed targeting Catholics. They've enjoyed targeting parents. But the American people have said they want no more of that. And our colleagues know you're going to clean it up. I want to talk to you about the Epstein case. I have worked on this for years, trying to get those records of who flew on Epstein's plane and who helped him build this international human trafficking, sex trafficking ring. Now, earlier, I urged then Chairman Durbin to subpoena those records, and I ended up being blocked by Senator Durbin and Christopher Wray. They stonewalled on this, and I know that breaking up these trafficking rings is important to President Trump. So will you work with me on this issue so we know who worked with Jeffrey Epstein in building these sex trafficking rings?
Absolutely, Senator. Child sex trafficking has no place in the United States of America, and I will do everything, if confirmed as FBI director, to make sure the American public knows the full weight of what happened in the past and how we are going.
I think he's gonna do great things, honestly. Kash Patel is absolutely right that we need to stop all the atrocities that are coming into the country.
Kash Patel knocked it out of the park. I've been in the Senate for 14 years, on the Judiciary Committee the entire time. I don't think I've ever seen a nominee facing so many headwinds perform so masterfully, handled himself so flawlessly as Kash Patel did today. Look, they threw everything at him they had, and every single time he proved up to the task. Here's the thing, Laura, there's so much pearl clutching going on here. These are the same people who looked the other way for the last 4 years as a campaign of politically motivated lawfare has been underway, wreaking havoc on the American constitutional form of government. Not a peep out of them, not a worry in the world about the political weaponization of the FBI. Now you've got somebody coming in promising to clean it up, and they hate him for it. They're irate about the fact that somebody's going to be doing that. They're the ones now panicked about lawfare when Kash Patel all along has said it's wrong, he's not going to engage in it, and they don't want to take yes for an answer. Kash Patel knocked it out of.
Honestly, it is probably one of the best picks in the new Trump administration. I think Trump is right to put him at the head of the FBI. It is the right choice for the job, if you ask me.
The Democrats look terrified, not really equipped to handle a guy like Kash. Are we going to learn things about Butler? Are we going to learn things about the Palm Beach attempt? What else are we going to find out here?
You know, something that he told me, Jesse, he pledged to me that he would open the books on what you just said. He would open the books on the assassination attempts. He would open the books on the FBI's lying to the FISA court, for example, when they went and lied to get wiretaps on the President Trump the first time around. He would open the books on all of their corruption. So you better believe the Democrats are worried because they've been cheering this on for the last 4 years. They talk about enemies lists and political persecution. The FBI has been their personal plaything, at least FBI headquarters has been for the last 4 years, and they're scared to death that Patel will end it. They're not worried that he will actually persecute political opponents. They're worried he's going to stop the FBI doing that, because that's what they've been doing the last 4 years.
The Democrats look terrified.
Amazing. I like Senator Josh Hawley. I think he is a straight up guy. I think he tells the truth, and I think he always asks the right question in this kind of hearings. I think Kash Patel is going to do great things. He's probably going to get nominated at the head of the FBI. That's what I think. And he is very much needed at the head of the FBI to restore the FBI trust that the people in America are missing right now. I think a lot of people agree with me. I think a lot of people agree that Kash Patel is right for the job and that the FBI needs total reform right now. I think she's right as well. We need to know what happened with the Epstein list. We need to know more. The public deserves the truth. And there's plenty of corrupt things going on that needs answers. I agree. Let me know if you like Kash Patel. Let me know if you think he's going to be confirmed. I hope you enjoyed this video with me today. As always, click right there to watch the next video, and I will see you there. Bye bye.